what I do is functional nutrition. So in many ways that's very similar to what you call functional exercises, which is quite popular in the world of fitness and definitely personal trainers, where they're looking at someone's core stability, how they breathe, their posture, how they move, how strong they are, flexibility, things called muscle balance, and what you call cardiovascular fitness. And you put that together, and that is what you would make up a training program with. And people move differently, stand differently, breathe differently, and so forth. So there are different emphases you would put on a program. So you fine tune it based on the person. Even though the same person the two different people could walk in the front door both wanting fat loss. So different emphasis on strength, different emphasis on stretching or whatever. So you'd vary that based on the person. If you compare that to how would you eat, as in what is functional nutrition, you look at how that person functions. So you will be looking at how the person, when the person sleeps, how long they sleep, how much water they drink, what foods they prefer, the different reactions they have with food. So you can bring into play food intolerances. You will look at digestive infections, things that relate to how someone's, whether they've got flatulence or bloating or gas from consuming different foods, whether they need more cooked food or raw food in their diet, what supplements they currently take. But you can assess all that from a functional viewpoint to find out how does their hormonal system function, how does their digestive system function, how does their detoxification system and their immune system. So that assessment looks at the individual, and it's all based on function. So your digestive system is complaining, it has symptoms, so it's not functioning properly. We might call that dysfunctional. Now the difference between that and when we've seen someone who's into alternative medicine, you could argue they would just be competing with the medical model, where I have this problem with my gut, therefore I take that. So you would think more alternatively, the problem you have with your gut means you need to take probiotics. So you've got this for that. Whereas a doctor may say you have an infection or you get whatever the issue is, the medical answer may well be some form of drugs. And you might go natural and take alternative medicine. And what you're really doing there is looking at the symptoms and saying, this is what you do, what kind of this for that approach. Whereas what I would do, what I prefer to do, is look at the function of that person. How does that all fit together, and what are the causes of that digestive issue? So you can track it back and find out that the wrong food choices. It could be heavy metals, environmental toxins, stress, lifestyle choices. They don't exercise, they over-exercise, there's faulty breathing. There's a whole series of things that come to play to alter how the person functions. That alters what foods they need, and then you can track that back to their symptoms. So it's a collection of assessments, and sort of quantifying someone's symptoms is how I would present what functional nutrition is.